What's up guys, Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com, and in this video I'm going to give you a leg workout that you can do at home using nothing but dumbbells. It's a great workout. You're going to be able to build quads, hams, glutes, calves. I'm going to give you an exercise for every part of your leg. Also, you want to make sure you are doing each exercise for 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. We're going to have lunges in here, so when I say 10 to 12, that means 10 to 12 per leg. All right, so you're gonna do that for each leg. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do roughly 4 or 5 of each of these to show you how to do them correctly. I don't wanna do a follow along because it's gonna make this a very long video. I would rather get to all of these exercises, that way you can get started on the workout yourself. All right, first exercise I'm gonna show you guys is a heel elevated dumbbell squat. I like elevating the heels slightly. You'll notice these plates aren't very high off the ground. I don't like the big quarter plates that are gonna put me 2 inches off the ground. It's just a slight elevation of your heels, and you're gonna wanna keep your feet narrow toes slightly pointed out when you're doing these. And then this is gonna be the same as a standard squat. You're gonna hinge at the hips, hinge, and then drop down to your squat. Make sure your shoulders are nice and tall. You don't want to slump down on the squat. You want to keep your core nice and tight as well. So again, you're going to squat down, drive up. Squat down, drive up, just like that. You should feel a lot of emphasis in your quads. That's where you're getting all of this. That's one of the main reasons I like to elevate my heels. When your heels are flat, you're getting a lot of glute drive, which is fine typically, but what we're focusing on is a well-rounded workout. So the purpose of this squat, the dumbbell squat with the heels elevated, is to really isolate the quads as much as possible. All right, next exercise, you're gonna wanna do dumbbell lunges. On the dumbbell lunges, I like to do the reverse lunge as opposed to the walking lunge or forward lunge. All right, and I'm gonna leave this up to you on how you wanna do the reverse lunge. You can either do 1, 2, all on one leg before going to the other leg, or you can do your alternating. I always prefer to do alternating lunges, but again, whatever your preference is, as long as you're getting your lunges done, you're getting the work, you're still gonna be working your legs by doing this. So one thing I do want to emphasize on the lunges, the further you go back, the more stretch you're gonna get in your glutes. So it's gonna help activate your glutes a little bit more. The more narrow you go back and down, the more quad emphasis you're gonna be experiencing. So kind of depends on what areas of your legs you're really wanting to target. If you need more backside, then take these lunges as deep as you need to. If you're really trying to hammer out those quads, then make sure you are going with a more narrow step back. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, dumbbell goblet squats. I love goblet squats as well. I love all of these exercises. But the goblet squats, it's more of a sumo stance. It's gonna allow you to work some mobility in your hips, but also really hammer those adductors, which is the inner part of your thigh, and your glutes. So on the goblet squat, main thing, you wanna make sure when you've got this weight, it is all the way up against your body and not out. That will kill your lower back if it's out. I'll show you the side version first. You're gonna squat straight down. You notice it's all the way up against my body. And then drive and really squeeze those glutes at the top, okay? Front version, front view. Straight down. You notice my knees are out directly in line with my toes. And I'm keeping them that way on the way up. You don't want to bring your knees in. That's gonna put a lot of stress on your knees. So goblet squat here, and really clench those glutes at the top. All right, next one, we're going to stretch out those hamstrings with the dumbbell Romanian deadlifts, dumbbell RDLs. All right, key to doing these, very similar to your squats. I like to keep my shoulders back, chest out, hinge at the hips. And this is a small movement actually. As long as your upper body is locked in place and you're hinging back, get your glutes back as far as you can, and then allow these to just stretch. Right there, I feel a huge stretch in my hamstrings. Contract on the way up. Contracting with your hamstrings and clenching your glutes at the top. Same thing, core tight, chest out. If you notice, that's a really small movement, okay? You know you're doing it correctly when you're feeling a ton of strain in your stretch and your hamstrings. The last thing you want to do is feel it in your lower back. So, let me show you how not to do it. You don't want to just go down for the sake of going down, because I'm very flexible, so I can come all the way down here. But that's not doing a whole lot with my hands. It's actually stretching my lower lumbar a lot more. So, primary work, hand work, right there, squeeze. There, squeeze. That's all you need to do for that movement. All right, last thing, last exercise, you want to hit your calves. I like to do dumbbell calf raises isolaterally, one at a time. I'll put the weight directly over my leg, hold on to something for balance. This is the one thing I like to do higher reps on. If you remember, I said every one of these other exercises, the other 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. This one, I'll shoot from 20 to 40, all right? So just make sure you're really working those calves and balance, so your focus isn't on stabilizing yourself, it's on just lifting the weight. You want to get up as high as you can on your toes, nice and slow all the way down, and then explode back up. Slow, explode. All right, you're gonna do as many as you can on this side, immediately switch the weight, and do the same thing on the other side. If you need a bigger stretch, you can use that same weight that you use to elevate your heels with, and you can put them under your toes and have a bigger stretch at the bottom. Just depends on what your focus is, all right, and how flexible your calves are. But these are a great finishing movement. Calves, I always do them at the end of my workout. That's another neglected exercise, unfortunately. Calf raises, seated calf raises, standing calf raises. You can do them with dumbbells, seated as well. All you have to do is sit on a bench or a chair, put a heavy dumbbell towards the edge of your leg on your knee, and do the same thing seated. But guys, this is a great workout. I apologize if I sound out of breath. I worked out prior to this video. Keep that in mind, guys. That's typically when I get my workouts in, all right? Try to get my workouts in, then share some of these ideas with you, share some of these workouts with you. But it's a tremendous workout. If you do this, rest 30 seconds to 60 seconds, depending on your fitness level, for each exercise. So basically, you're gonna do your first set of squats, rest 30 to 60 seconds. Second set, rest 30 to 60. Third set, and then you're gonna go straight to your next exercise. So if you do that, you'll see what I'm talking about. You will be out of breath, but you're gonna get tremendous leg work. You're gonna get a tremendous leg pump. Not just your quads, but your calves and hams as well, even your glutes. So guys, if you have any questions about any of these exercises, comment below, let me know. Joe or I will get back to you and answer those questions. Also, if you haven't already picked up a copy of the Rip After 40 program, man, I don't know what you're waiting for, but it's a tremendous program. I designed it for you, all right? The older guy, approaching 40s and over, go ahead and pick up a copy of that workout. Get started with it. If you have any questions about any of it, just comment as well, because we want to make sure that you are successful with it and that you understand everything. But also, one last thing, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel. Share it with some of your buddies, some of your family members. Trying to get more subscriptions out there so we can just continue to get as many videos out to you guys as possible. If there's any ideas you have that you want us to shoot videos for, let us know by commenting on that as well. But man, good luck. I'm excited for you guys to get these implemented. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.